So first off, I don't think I'm going to be able to upload 2 videos a week. I'm going to try, but probably not. Second of all, I have 2 new things to play with. One, I have these MSR Groundhog stakes. I saw a lot of people saying that the stakes that come with the Gossamer gear aren't exactly strong and they tend to break easily. I don't feel like they break easily, but maybe I'm just not using them as rough as I could be. You can see these are 2 different shapes. And these are slightly longer. So I needed 2 more for my guy line, so I decided to buy these. And then the next thing I have, the NeoAir Xlite. This is the regular wide. I decided to get this one because the climate that I had is 23 inches wide, and I already feel like I'm falling off of that. This one is 25 inches wide. It also has an ASTM R value of 4.2. The one issue, which I know it has, is that it's pretty loud. The one good thing I will say about the climate is that it wasn't especially loud. Not that this is like breaking sound barriers or anything, but we're gonna see how this works. It's supposed to get down to 32, I think, tonight. And I'll see you when I set up my tent and we can start blowing this up. I've not ever used these pieces before. They're supposed to be the ones that stake out at the ends in case it's like windy or something. So when you take it apart, it looks like this. And I could not find a single video talking about what I was supposed to do with them. So I spent a lot of time researching that. Shouldn't have pulled this so much. And what you're supposed to do is pull this out a little bit. It's pulling on the wrong side. So you pull this out and then your stake goes here, and then you just kind of like slide this up and down based on how much room you need. But then I didn't know how to attach it to the tent itself. So I learned how to make a bowline knot, and I'm going to use that to attach it to the ends and hope that it works. Just got this today. I'm hoping, well, it's probably going to be warm enough because it's much higher than the other one, but will it be comfortable? Listen to that crinkle. This has a stuff sack and a pump sack. When I got a new sleeping pad, it was important to have a pump sack for me because I hate blowing things up because it kind of hurts my ears. It's very crunchy though. And then a little repair kit and the instructions. Unroll your sleeping pad and open the valve. Use pump sack, self-inflation, or breath to inflate your pad. How do you fit on here? There we go. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, now how does this thing come off? There you go. I can see how the pump sack would be annoying because it's giant and it doesn't really seem to get air in very well. When I was looking at buying the tensor, it had a narrow opening, so when you like blew into the bag, the air would go into. I also don't like this valve. I don't know if it's just because it's new or what, but it doesn't stick very well to it. And I was kind of afraid of ripping the valve off when I was undoing it. There's also dirt in here, which could have come from my ground, but feels weird that it would have already been able to get in that fast. But but it fits pretty nicely in there. So I've made a few changes to my sleep system, so hopefully it'll work this time. Obviously I have the Xtherm, which is supposed to be a really good cold weather sleeping bag. So I forgot that this had a hole in it, so I've shoved a sock in it. So hopefully the cold won't be able to get in because it's right next to that vent there. And then this isn't really a gear change, but it's something I'm trying because I don't know if I like the inflatable pillows. So this is just like a house pillow, but it's roughly the size of one of the compressible pillows, like the Nemo Pillow. So I'm hoping that will also help. I think that's kind of everything I've done. So hopefully I will last the night. It's currently 35 and it's supposed to get down to 31 right before sunrise. So good news and bad news. I was able to fall asleep fairly quickly. Bad news, I was only able to sleep for 3 hours and it's now 5:30, so I've been awake for 2.5 hours. And like the sleeping pad has worked pretty good. There's still a little bit of a chill, but not nearly as bad as with the climate. And like getting out of the sleeping bag to go back in the house, it was really chilly, so it definitely works. But I'm not entirely convinced that I like this sleeping pad because I can't sleep on it. But hammocks are expensive and I don't know what other kind of pad I would get because I would need at least the 4.2 because this has been like a world of difference between the other one. And I like how wide it is. 25 inches is definitely awesome. I wish the women's version of this came in the 25 because I would have gotten that. But it only comes in the 20. I don't know, not much else to say. It's 29 degrees. And like there's a little bit of a chill with the sleeping bag. I've never used UGQ or any other brand before, so I don't know if that's like normal, but I can feel the cold, but it's not as cold as it could be. But I don't know. I'll try to get some actual sleep and then reevaluate later. I am back in the tent because I have to take everything down. I got 3 hours of sleep last night and then 1 hour in my bed, which is awesome. I'm not entirely convinced ground sleeping is for me. This pad, I don't know if it's specifically this pad or if it's just sleeping pads in general, because it happened with the climate as well. When I was laying on my side, that hip that was on the pad was hurting, and then my knees also hurt, so I don't know if that's like a thing I can stretch out and it'll get better. Because like overall, I think this is a pretty good option. It's kind of expensive because it's $220, but I wasn't particularly cold last night. I could feel the chill, but like after I got out of my sleeping bag, I was like, ooh, it's actually real chilly out here because I think it got down to 29. And I do like this tent. I think it's easy to set up. There's a decent amount of space in here. And a hammock's gonna be a little bit heavier probably, but if I can't fall asleep, then I'm not gonna even get out of Georgia. So I have some thinking to do, and I will see you in the next episode, whenever that may be.